I found something today I think is pretty incredible.
I think it's about a scholar who is played by Aaron Eckhart, named Roland, who's over from America, getting his master's in this fictional poet of the Victorian age, this guy Ash, who was very, very famous for having the model of the perfect marriage and monogamous. And this young guy discovers a letter in one of his personal books that would sort of indicate that perhaps he was involved with somebody else, and he starts to try and uncover the mystery of this possible romance. And as he narrows down who it could be with, he goes to Maud, who's a scholar of this woman, poet, who he thinks that the affair might have been with.
Come inside, I'll explain.
The two of them together start to uncover this mystery.
I didn't know she
You didn't know she was a lesbian?
No, I mean, don't get me wrong, I like lesbians.
Yes, well, unfortunately, they didn't have video cameras in those days, so you're out of luck.
As they're sort of discovering the love of these people, they're sort of discovering their love for each other.
Did you not do any reading before you came?
Is this like an oral exam?
Well, yes, I suppose it is. I mean, you don't know the first thing about her, and yet you make these leaps.
Hey, you're the one who called her a lesbian, not me. Roland is in a place in his life where he has to make that transition from boy to man. It's just relationships, on the whole, they're not really for me. And face his problems and face the fact that love is not perfect. Love hurts, but still you have to love.
Ash is a lumping together of different ideas about romanticism.
And Miss Lamott.
Miss Lamont.
These are sort of shorthand for
The highest pleasure.
an ideal, I suppose.
I'm surprised you'd even acknowledge my existence, or any woman's for that matter, since you show us such small regard on the page.
You see Christabel and Ash jousting,
You cut me, madam.
dancing with each other.
I only meant to scratch.
It's quite a cerebral relationship, but it's also fueled beyond a certain point by physical passion, too.
He was a very stably married, kind of man's man Victorian poet, and she was a very new woman, probably lesbian, feminist author.
Shall we go out then to explore?
No one was sure they ever even met before. And then to find that there was this grand relationship is quite a blow to the academic world. And the two of them, who are in love with their respective poets, can't help but run kind of breathlessly along and try and find out what happened. But at the same time, as they're falling deeper and deeper into this world that becomes more emotional than intellectual, they can't help but come out of their respective shells and be drawn to each other.
I have difficulty with compliments and such.
I think this movie is about transition in terms of the Victorian poet, Randolph Ash and Christabel Lamont. They have a big question mark in their spiritual evolution. All the characters really are searching for something, and it basically boils down to love.
It's about two sets of characters in two different relationships who find things in themselves they didn't think possible.
It's a literary romance mystery.
Possession. Playing this month only on Warner TV. The world's best television.